Every year, gardeners everywhere spend a surprising amount of money on plant food and commercial fertilizers, all in the hope of growing bigger, brighter flowers and tastier, more abundant vegetables. We walk the aisles of garden centers, searching for the perfect product, convinced that the secret to a thriving garden lies in a bag or bottle. But what if I told you that the best fertilizer might already be right under your nose, hiding in plain sight in your own backyard? In fact, you may have been tossing it away without a second thought. I'm talking about weeds, the very plants most of us work so hard to remove. Weeds are some of nature's toughest survivors. They thrive in the harshest corners of your garden, often where nothing else will grow. Their roots reach deep into the earth, pulling up valuable nutrients that other plants can't access. Instead of seeing weeds as relentless enemies, try to view them as hard-working nutrient miners. They're constantly drawing minerals and trace elements from deep underground, storing them in their leaves, stems, and roots. So when you pull a weed from your garden, you're not just removing an unwanted plant. You're actually harvesting a bundle of minerals, organic matter, and natural goodness that can be put to work for your garden. These humble plants act as nutrient accumulators, gathering elements like potassium, calcium, and magnesium from deep in the soil and storing them in their tissues. Their roots break up compacted earth, and their leaves capture sunlight, turning it into energy and nutrients. By learning how to use weeds wisely, you can transform them into a rich, homemade liquid fertilizer for your garden, completely free of charge. This not only saves you money, but also helps you recycle nutrients right where they're needed most. The process is simple, organic, and surprisingly effective. It's called weed tea, and it's a time-honored method that gardeners have used for generations to boost plant health and soil fertility. So, instead of tossing those weeds onto the compost heap or into the trash, set them aside. They're about to become one of your garden's greatest assets. I'll walk you through how to identify the best weeds for fertilizer and show you step-by-step how to turn these common garden nuisances into a fantastic, nutrient-rich plant food. Weed tea will help your vegetables, flowers, and even your lawn grow stronger, greener, and more resilient. It's a simple way to improve your soil, save money, and reduce waste, all at the same time. This is one of the oldest gardening secrets, passed down through generations. Now it's time to rediscover this sustainable practice and put it to use in your own backyard. It's good for your plants, your soil, and your wallet. Let's unlock the hidden treasure in your garden and get started on this rewarding journey together. Why are weeds so valuable? Most gardeners see them as a nuisance, but if you look closer, you'll discover that weeds are actually some of the hardest working plants in your garden. Because they're experts at mining nutrients. Their roots reach deep into the earth, often going where other plants can't, and draw up minerals that would otherwise remain locked away. Dandelions, for example, have deep taproots that pull minerals like potassium from far below the surface. These roots break up compacted soil, improving its structure and making it easier for other plants to grow. Chickweed is packed with magnesium and iron, while plantain accumulates calcium. These humble plants are quietly gathering essential nutrients, storing them in their leaves and stems. Nettles are rich in nitrogen, which is vital for leafy growth and healthy green plants. They're also a great source of trace minerals that many garden soils lack. And comfrey gathers a whole range of nutrients, including potassium, phosphorus, and calcium, making it a powerhouse for homemade fertilizers. When you pull these weeds, you're collecting a natural multivitamin for your garden. Instead of tossing them away, think of them as a valuable resource you can recycle. By mixing different weeds, you create a balanced, nutrient-rich feed. Each species brings its own unique blend of minerals, so combining them gives your garden a broader spectrum of nutrition. In nature, when weeds die, they release their nutrients back into the soil. This natural recycling process enriches the earth, supporting the next generation of plants. By making weed tea, you're speeding up this process and directing those nutrients to your chosen plants. Weed tea is a simple, sustainable way to turn garden waste into liquid gold for your vegetables and flowers. It's an efficient, natural system. Healthy soil, thriving plants, and less waste, nature's own cycle, right in your backyard. Instead of fighting weeds, use them to your advantage. Mulch them, compost them, or brew them into fertilizer. There are so many ways to put their hard work to use. Feed your tomatoes, roses, and lettuces with what the weeds have gathered. You'll be amazed at how much stronger and more vibrant your plants become. Weeds aren't just a nuisance. They're nature's way of recycling nutrients. They fill gaps, protect bare soil, and keep the ecosystem in balance. Harness their power for a thriving garden. With a little knowledge, you can turn what most people throw away into a secret weapon for lush, productive beds. Let's see how to make the most of them and transform your weeds into a source of abundance for your garden. Weed tea is great for nitrogen and potassium, but plants also need phosphorus for strong roots and abundant flowers. Phosphorus is key for root growth and fruit production. To boost phosphorus, add a handful of bone meal, an old-fashioned natural source, when making your weed tea. Bone meal releases phosphorus slowly, giving plants a steady supply. This simple addition turns your weed tea into a complete, balanced fertilizer. Combine the power of weeds and bone meal for healthy roots, lush leaves, and big harvests. It's a natural, all-purpose plant food. Making weed tea is not only easy and satisfying, but it's also a fantastic way to recycle what many gardeners consider waste. Instead of tossing those pesky weeds, you can transform them into a nutrient-rich tonic that your plants will absolutely love. Start by gathering a variety of common garden weeds. Dandelions, chickweed, nettles, and plantain are all excellent choices. Be sure to avoid any weeds that have gone to seed, as you don't want to accidentally spread them around your garden. The more diverse your mix, the broader the range of nutrients you'll provide to your plants. Next, chop the weeds into small pieces. This step is important because it helps break down the plant material faster, allowing the nutrients to be released more efficiently into the water. Place the chopped weeds into a large bucket. If you want to make cleanup easier, you can use a mesh or porous bag to contain the plant material. This way, you'll be able to lift out the solids when your tea is ready, leaving behind only the rich liquid. Fill the bucket with water. Rainwater is best, but tap water will work in a pinch. Make sure all the weeds are fully submerged so they can steep properly, just like making a giant herbal infusion. Cover the bucket with a loose-fitting lid or an old board to keep out debris and curious critters. Then, set it aside in a quiet, shaded spot in your garden where it won't be disturbed. The process is a lot like making a giant tea bag for your garden, only instead of brewing a cup of tea, you're brewing a powerful plant tonic. You don't need any fancy equipment, just weeds, water, and a container. This method is accessible to everyone, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned gardener. Over the next couple of weeks, the weeds will begin to break down and ferment, releasing their valuable nutrients into the water. You might notice a strong smell. That's a sign the magic is happening. After about 2 to 4 weeks, your homemade fertilizer will be ready. The liquid will turn a deep, rich color, signaling that it's packed with goodness for your plants. Strain out the solids and pour the liquid into a watering can. Dilute it with water until it looks like weak tea, then use it to feed your vegetables, flowers, or even houseplants. This simple, cost-effective method turns unwanted garden waste into liquid gold, giving your plants a natural boost and helping your garden thrive. So next time you're weeding, don't throw those plants away. Upcycle them into something truly valuable for your garden's health and vitality. With regular use, you'll notice your garden becoming more lush, vibrant, and productive than ever before. Now that you know how to make your own liquid gold, let's move on to the next step in nurturing your garden. Once your bucket is set, fermentation begins. Microorganisms break down the weeds, releasing nutrients into the water. The liquid darkens as it fills with plant goodness. This takes 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the weather. Stir the bucket every few days to help the process along. You'll know it's ready when the liquid is dark and has a strong, earthy smell. Don't worry about the odor. It means your fertilizer is potent. Remove the bag of weeds or strain out the solids. The leftover sludge can go on your compost heap. What's left is your concentrated weed tea. It's packed with nutrients and ready to use. Now, let's see how to feed your plants. Weed tea is strong. Always dilute it before using. Mix 1 part weed tea with 10 parts water. The final color should look like weak tea. Pour the diluted mix at the base of your plants, not on the leaves. Use it on vegetables, flowers, and container plants for a nutrient boost. Feed once a week during the growing season or every 2 weeks for less hungry plants. Container plants may need more frequent feeding. Watch your plants, they'll show you if they need more. This gentle, regular feeding mimics nature and keeps your garden thriving. If plants look pale or slow, a dose of weed tea can perk them up. It's simple, effective, and natural. Your plants will love it. Homemade weed tea does more than feed plants. It nourishes the soil. Healthy soil is alive with microbes, worms, and fungi, all working together. Chemical fertilizers bypass this life, often harming soil health over time. Organic weed tea supports the soil food web, building long-term fertility. When you use weed tea, you're feeding both plants and the underground ecosystem. This creates resilient, self-sustaining gardens. Organic gardening is about partnership with nature, not control. By recycling weeds, you close the loop and build a healthier garden year after year. The result: vibrant plants, rich soil, and a thriving ecosystem. That's the true power of natural gardening. Worried about the smell? Use a tight lid and keep the bucket out of the way. If your tea looks pale after weeks, add more weeds next time. If it's too strong, dilute it further. Better to feed weekly than risk burning plants. Almost any green leafy weed works, but avoid those with seeds or tough, woody stems. The leftover sludge is gold for your compost heap. Spread it on and cover with dry material. This speeds up composting and returns every bit of goodness to your garden. Weed tea is forgiving. Experiment and adjust as you go. Don't stress about perfection. Nature is adaptable. Use what you have and let the process work for you. Every part of the weed gets used. Nothing is wasted. It's a closed-loop system that builds fertility. Simple fixes, big rewards. Your garden will thrive. Weeds aren't enemies. They're a resource. Turning weeds into fertilizer transforms a chore into a harvest. All you need is a bucket, water, and the weeds from your own garden. The result? Greener leaves, more flowers, and bigger harvests. You'll feel the satisfaction of feeding your garden from itself. This method saves money, nurtures the soil, and supports a resilient ecosystem. Every time you use weed tea, you invest in your garden's future. Embrace this simple, sustainable practice. Next time you pull a weed, see it as a gift for your plants. Waste not, want not, your garden will thank you, and you'll be a better gardener for it.